What would happen if the Mushroom Kingdom held an election? What if Princess Peach announces that the monarchy will end with her, and from now on she wants elected leaders to run the country? Today, we're going to go through a scenario where the whimsical and cheerful world of the Mushroom Kingdom is thrust into democracy. This is Who Would Win in a Mushroom Kingdom Election? As we enter the primaries, thousands speculate on who will run. Peach, despite being heavily favored to win, announces early on that she will not run for president. In a sign of good faith for the future of a mushroom democracy, Peach emphasizes the importance of a new leader taking over and will make a point to commit to a peaceful transition of power. Soon, we find the primaries being split between two parties. The Toads, a group held together ideologically by their loyalty to Peach and what the Mushroom Kingdom was like during her rule, and the Koopalings, a group tied mostly through the continuous feeling of neglect they've perceived from Peach's rule, and mostly made up of those loyal to Bowser. On the Toad side, Mario announces his bid for president. His run was pretty much guaranteed, and he quickly gains popularity amongst the Toad base. Given that Mario has saved the Mushroom Kingdom countless times, the Toads fall behind him fairly easily, and he instantly becomes the favorite to win the party's nomination. Mario promises a continuation of what the Mushroom Kingdom historically has been, giving comfort to a lot of Toads who are worried about what democracy would look like in a nation that has never had it. However, he polls very poorly amongst the Koopaling base, as many still hold the whole stomping on them thing against Mario. In a surprising upset, Luigi Mario, Mario's brother, also announces a run to be the Toad nominee. Luigi runs on a platform of more progressive change, arguing that a Mario presidency would be more or less the same as what we've seen under Peach, and would go against the whole idea of creating a democracy to bring about change. Luigi also promises to start peace negotiations with Bowser, arguing that a Mario presidency would only continue the trend of Mario and Bowser going to war every couple of years. This move is met with extreme criticism from older and more conservative Toads who have lived through several Bowser invasions and don't believe he deserves any compromises. However, younger Toads tend to favor Luigi, and his willingness to negotiate with Bowser has him polling significantly better than Mario with Koopalings. Because of that, Luigi becomes a real competitor for Mario. Pauline, mayor of New Donk City and former girlfriend of Mario, also announces her bid for the Toad nomination. Pauline has a no-nonsense approach, acknowledging that both Mario brothers have done great things for the Mushroom Kingdom, but neither has overt experience as an elected leader. Having served as mayor of the biggest and most diverse city in the nation, Pauline argues that she would be best fit to become president. Pauline's campaign promises unity, citing the diversity of New Donk City as a goal to strive for throughout the entire Mushroom Kingdom. While she doesn't have the enthusiasm that either Mario brother has, she does pretty evenly appeal to both Toads and Koopalings, becoming a strong second choice to many. And just as it seemed those would be the only contenders with a real chance, a surprisingly strong fanbase emerges around Diddy Kong for the Toad nomination. Initially gaining traction online through several popular internet forums, Kong promises a battle against what he perceives as issues the Mushroom Kingdom will face in the near future: the destruction of nature, the growing tensions between those loyal to Peach and the followers of Bowser, and the continuous economic destruction of the Mushroom Kingdom's dwindling middle class. While most don't take him seriously, Kong holds on to a small but dedicated following. On the Koopaling side of things, we obviously have King Bowser. Longtime leader of the Koopas and regular kidnapper of Princess Peach, Bowser promises further schemes and plans to marry Peach and take over the Mushroom Kingdom. The Koopaling base really buys into it, and Bowser becomes the favorite to win the Koopaling nomination. However, he polls extremely poorly among Toads, and like Mario, struggles to gain crossover appeal. In a shocking turn of events, Kammy Koopa, Bowser's longtime right-hand Koopa, announces her bid for the presidency on a Koopaling ticket. Kammy argues that she spent years watching Bowser fumble and his plans fail every single time, noting that the few times he's been successful, it's because he teamed up with Mario. Tensions rise extremely quickly, and Kammy and Bowser regularly trade jabs at each other during press events. While Bowser keeps a clear lead, Kammy gains a strong following who wish to see Peach kidnapped and not rescued for once. King Boo, king of the Boos, floats into the race. He calls for more spooky places throughout the Mushroom Kingdom, arguing that it isn't fair for Boos to be restricted to woods and mansions. While King Boo doesn't elicit too much enthusiasm from most Koopalings, he is extremely strong amongst Boos. Finally is Waluigi, who runs on one single issue. He wants to appear in a mainline Mario game. That's it. That's the only thing. He's tired of parties, kart racing, and dancing. While initially thought of as a joke candidate, Waluigi gains a surprising amount of traction, enough to be competitive. And the primaries begin, and it's a bloodbath. While everyone remains in play on the Toad side, it becomes clear early on that this is a race between the Mario brothers. While Mario was thought to be the nominee with no issues, Luigi makes a couple of smart plays early on. Luigi opens up about living with Mario and how he never got to go on adventures, and Mario would often choose others above him. He makes the case that the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom would receive the same treatment. He also manages to nab an endorsement from notable Mushroom Kingdom scientist Professor Egad. Pauline remains in a solid third place throughout the entire run, but never seems to stand out. When polled, everyone agrees with Diddy Kong about the issues the Mushroom Kingdom faces, but when asked if they would vote for him, almost everyone says no. In an extremely controversial move, Princess Peach officially endorses Mario for Mushroom President. While met with a lot of controversy and criticism because of her earlier statements about staying out of the race, her endorsement is enough to stomp out enthusiasm for Luigi, and Mario secures the Toad nomination. On the Koopaling side, Cammy remains competitive throughout the entire run. She gains on Bowser. While never quite beating him in the polls, she stays popular enough that no one can assume a Bowser win. King Boo keeps his Boo base, but struggles to have widespread appeal. Waluigi comes up with a slew of games he could appear in the future. He gains in the polls. On the day of the primary, the vote is split between Bowser and Cammy. With no Peach-like figure to endorse either candidate and make the difference, they both remain competitive. Boos are pretty much out of the picture, nearly all of them going for King Boo. In a shocking turn of events, the split vote between Cammy and Bowser just barely gives Waluigi the edge, nabbing him the Koopaling nomination by a handful of votes. While Luigi was the assumed favorite to be Mario's running mate, Pauline is chosen at the last minute. Mario's campaign cites Pauline's Koopaling appeal as the main reason she was chosen instead of Luigi, but many speculate that the brothers have irreconcilably damaged their relationship. Nonetheless, Luigi endorses Mario and begins campaigning for him. Waluigi selects King Boo as his running mate, as most Boos who were polled are very much in favor of Waluigi appearing in a mainline Mario game. Begrudgingly, Bowser and Cammy endorse Waluigi, giving him a dedicated following from the Koopaling party. The race is on. In the debates, Mario states that the Mushroom Kingdom has done relatively well in the past few decades, arguing that a Super Mario presidency would continue that trend. In an effort to gain crossover appeal, Mario now runs on a strict no-jump manning platform. When his past history of stomping Goombas and Koopas gets brought up, Mario stumbles on his answer, but ultimately dismisses his past deeds, saying he was a different person. Waluigi seems to have no positions other than appearing in a mainline Mario game, and that's his answer to every single question that gets lobbed at him during the debate. But the crowd is into it, and his polling gets better and better. Going into Election Day, things seem strong for Mario. Peach's endorsement gave him a tight Toad following, and Pauline being his choice of running mate gave him strong support in New Donk City. However, only a mere week before the election, a bombshell drops. A video is leaked to the press of a battle between Mario and Bowser nearly 25 years ago, in which Mario says this.
So long, gay Bowser.
It appears like Mario says, "So long, gay Bowser." At first, Mario denies it, arguing that he was saying Kinga Bowser, but the tape is played on the news night after night, many debating what exactly Mario is saying, and a sizable amount doubting the Italian plumber's story. The day before the election, Waluigi announces that he is adding something to his platform. Not only will he strive to appear in a mainline Mario game, but he will also fight for an appearance on the Super Smash Bros. Roster. His announcement is met with a 10-minute standing ovation. Finally, Election Day arrives. The polls are stacked. The pundits still favor Mario as the winner, arguing that Waluigi appearing in a Mario game is not a substantive enough platform to govern an entire country over. Princess Peach is interviewed, stating that she intends to commit to a peaceful transition of power no matter who is elected. The Mario campaign makes several speeches, fairly confident that they will win the election. When Waluigi was asked what he thinks his chances were, he tearfully and emotionally replies, "I just do not want to be remembered for Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix. I was a very different person back then, and it doesn't reflect who I am today. I can be so much more." As the polls closed and the numbers started coming in, many areas that were thought to be easily in Mario's corner flipped to Waluigi. Much to the shock of everyone, it became fairly clear as the night went on that Mario was not going to win the election. Around 11:30 p.m., Mario calls Waluigi to concede the race. Waluigi is officially announced as the first president of the Mushroom Kingdom. In the coming weeks, Mario publicly reflects on his failure. Many cite the gay Bowser tapes as the main reason Mario lost, while others argue that he never gave Koopaling voters enough assurance that he wouldn't stomp on them for coins and points. But a new day arrives. Princess Peach hands over the keys to the kingdom and congratulates Waluigi. When asked what his plans were for appearing in a mainline Mario game, Waluigi simply says this:
Waluigi's the winner!